Hello students, Unit 6 Ray Optics continuation video. Here it is a video for the short recap of Unit 6 Ray Optics, and also let me see the important formulas that are used in Ray Optics. Okay, first one, Ray Optics. Here in this topic we discuss the phenomena of light, that are reflection, refraction, dispersion and scattering of light. First of all, let me see the law of reflection. Law of reflection. That is, we know the first law, that is the instant ray, the reflected ray and the normal all lie in a same plane. Okay, this is angle of incidence I, this is angle of reflection R. That is second law, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Okay, this is the law of reflection. Then relation between focal length and radius of curvature. Okay, relation between focal length and radius of curvature, that is 2f is equal to r. Okay, then mirror equation. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Mirror equation. This equation that can relate the object distance, image distance and the object distance and the focal length of the mirror. Okay, the next one, that is a magnification of spherical mirror. Magnification of spherical mirror. That is indicated as m. Okay, m is equal to h dash by h. H dash is the image distance and h is the object distance, that is minus v by u by Cartesian sign convention. Okay, we can write this one as m is equal to f minus v by f, or we can write this one as f by f minus u. Okay, magnification in terms of v and magnification in terms of u. Then one more thing we have to know, that is optical path. Optical path, that is the light travel in a vacuum, at the same time it travel a distance d in the medium. D dash is equal to nd. Here d dash is the light travel in vacuum and d is a light travel in a medium. Okay, then the refractive index. Refractive index, that is indicated as n. N is equal to c by v. It is a ratio of velocity of light in vacuum to the velocity of light in medium. Okay, by knowing these things we understood that the light travel lesser velocity in optically denser medium. Okay, then law of refraction. Law of refraction, that we know first law, the instant ray, the refracted ray and the normal. Okay, instant ray, the refracted ray and the normal all lie in a same plane. This is angle of incidence, this is angle of refraction. This is the first law. And the second law, that is known as Snell's law. Sin I by sin r is equal to n2 by n1. Okay, we can write this one in product form, that is n1 sin I is equal to n2 sin r. Okay, then relative refractive index. Relative refractive index, that is n21 is equal to n2 by n1 and n12 is equal to n1 by n2. Okay, then apparent depth. Equation for apparent depth, that is d dash is equal to d by n. Here d is the actual depth and n is the refractive index of the medium. Okay, then critical angle. Equation for critical angle. that is IC equal to sine inverse of 1 by n. Here it is the equation for critical angle that depends on refractive index of the medium. Okay, critical angle of incidence, it is the angle of incidence in a denser medium for which the refracted ray crosses the boundary. Angle of incidence in the denser medium is equal to critical angle at that instant the refracted ray grazes the boundary. That means the angle of refraction became 90 degree. Okay, then condition for total internal reflection. To attain total internal reflection, the light must come from denser to rarer medium. Denser to rarer medium. Okay, the angle of incidence must be greater than the critical angle. If these two conditions satisfy, then there will be a total internal reflection. Okay, the next one is Snell's window. Okay, Snell's window, that is a restricted illuminated circular area. Okay, that is known as Snell's window. From that we found the radius of that circular illumination, that is R is equal to d 1 by root of n square minus 1. Okay, this is known as Snell's window. Then in optical fiber we found the acceptance angle. Acceptance angle, the angle that which to make a critical angle of incident in a core cladding interface, that is IA is equal to sine inverse of root of n1 square minus n2 square by n3 square. Okay, here the acceptance angle depends on the refractive index of the core cladding and the outer medium. Okay, the next one is lateral displacement. Lateral displacement, that is our lateral shift, L is equal to T sine I minus R by cos R. Here the lateral displacement depends on thickness of the glass slab, angle of incidence and angle of refraction, and also it depends on the refractive index of the material. Okay, refractive index of the glass slab. Then equation for refraction at a single spherical surface. Okay, equation for refraction at a single spherical surface, that is n by v minus 1 by u is equal to n minus 1 by r. Okay, this is the equation for refraction at a single spherical surface. Here one surface having the refractive index n and the other surface, that is a refractive index having the value 1. Okay, for that the equation will be n by v minus 1 by u is equal to n minus 1 by r. Then next, Lensmaker formula. Lensmaker formula, that is 1 by f is equal to n minus 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Okay, this is a formula used to make the lens. Then lens equation, that is 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. Then next one, that is a magnification produced by lens. In lens, that is indicated as m. M is equal to h dash by h, that is equal to v by u. We can write m in terms of f and u, that is f by f plus u, or we can write this one as f minus v by F. Okay, in terms of V and F. Then the power of the lens, that is a reciprocal of the focal length. Okay, here it's a unit is meter per 1 or diopter. Okay, the next effective focal length of the lenses in contact. Effective focal length of lens in contact, that is 1 by F is equal to 1 by F1 plus 1 by F2. The next one, that is angle of deviation. Angle of deviation in prism, that is indicated as small d. D is equal to I1 plus I2 minus A. Here the angle of deviation depends on angle of incidence, angle of emergent and angle of the prism, and also it depends on refractive index of the material of the prism. And one more thing, at a minimum deviation, okay, at a minimum deviation, the angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergent. Angle of refraction in the first surface is equal to angle of refraction in the second surface. Okay, one more thing, the refracted ray inside the prism, that will parallel to the base of the prism. Okay, this ray will be parallel to the base of the prism. It's a refracted ray. Okay, the next, refractive index of the prism. Index of the prism, that is indicated as n. N is equal to sin A plus D by 2 by sin A by 2. Then next thing, that is angle of deviation produced by small angled prism. Angle of deviation by small angled prism, that is delta is equal to n minus 1 into A. Okay, then there is a angular separation. Angular separation, that is a angle between the two extreme color, violet and red. Okay, that is indicated as del V minus del R is equal to NV minus NR into A. This is known as angular dispersion. Okay, then dispersive power. That is indicated as omega. Omega is equal to NV minus NR by n minus 1. Okay, then Rayleigh scattering law. Rayleigh scattering law. Rayleigh scattering law, that indicate the amount of scattering is inversely proportional to fourth power of the wavelength. Okay, here the Rayleigh scattering law is only for the particle present in the atmosphere, that is having the size less than the wavelength of the light incident on it, and non-Rayleigh scattering. For the non-Rayleigh scattering, A is greater than lambda. For that, the intensity of the scattered light is equal for all the colors. Okay, thank you.